I really don't believe that a nice man like that could go around killing people.
Oh, yeah. I never trusted him. Oh, you could see it. Dead smarmy.
It's still only tittle-tattle, Janice. I mean, the evidence they had against that boy, it couldn't have been strong if they'd caught him in the house.
Well, according to me...
Hiya, love. All right. How you doing?
Hiya, all right. Hiya. He only reckons because he had a tie and a big smile, he can't be a murderer.
What? I'll mention that theory to the investigating officers.
I'll see you later, love, yeah?
Right.
Obviously, I'm not confidential.
Oh, don't worry. Norman wants to know everything and all. At least it's something we can talk about without arguing.
Well, had to be him, any road. Nobody else has buried their wife under them flats, have they?
What are you asking me for?
Well, you're Steve with her, weren't he?
No, what are you asking me for when you hadn't had one friendly word to say to me for weeks?
There have been developments in the investigation into your wife's death, Mr. Peacock. We've discovered a body under a block of flats owned by Richard Hillman.
What's that got to do with Maxine?
Well, apparently Mr. Hillman told his wife that he also killed Mrs. Peacock.
No. He couldn't. Without Critchley, you said. All the evidence, it had to be him.
Yeah, we obviously need to speak to Mr. Hillman. But as you may have heard, well, he's just disappeared.
You mean you made a complete pig's ear of it in first place?
The evidence was overwhelming.
His flaming mother-in-law saw through it.
Yeah, his wife didn't.
Well, Maxine, he had no against her.
It seems his intended victim was Mrs. Bishop. But your wife, well, she walked in on the attack.
Oh, Ashley. I'm that sorry.
You do know he spoke at the funeral. We were grateful. Moved. He didn't just kill her, he made a mockery. He's taken everything.
Telegram.
Yeah, you know, we can't send them to school. They've been through enough. Last thing they want is all them endless questions. Oh, and Martin's coming over to take Bethany to nursery.
Well, maybe we'd better think about going home today.
No, well, there's no rush. Let's wait till everything's settled, shall we? Eh?
I know this has been a shock, but I promise you, if Richard was going to hurt us, he'd have done it by now. He cares so much about us all. I'm sure when he's had time to think about it, he'll just give himself up.
Are you going somewhere?
No, I thought you were supposed to be meeting Sunita.
Yeah, I am, but the shops aren't even open yet, and I'm sure even your more serious punters don't want to put bets on her this time.
No, I've got to meet Richie Orner, you know him, up in town.
No. Hiya. Well, you best get going now.
Right, OK, see ya.
Aren't you even interested in what kind of dress I'm going to buy?
Well, love, yeah, of course I am. It's just, I thought that was supposed to be bad luck.
Don't you think it's more than bad luck not to show an interest?
Oh, OK, all right, I'm sorry. Go on, then.
No, it's all right. Get going. I'll tell you about it tonight. And you've got to sit there and listen.
Emily, they were looking for you.
There's no need to be concerned, Mrs. Bishop.
Two police officers come looking for me. It's difficult not to be.
I suppose you've heard that Richard Hillman's ex-wife's body's been found. The thing is, Emily, he told Gail that it was him who attacked you and Maxine.
It's all right.
No, it can't be. He was so nice, so thoughtful. I trusted him. Are you sure?
Here, love, on the house.
Thanks. Cheers.
Are you all right, Emily, love? Hey, have you caught him yet?
Vera, could you give us a minute, please?
Oh, charming.
It was Richard. We don't think there's any danger to you now. We just thought you had a right to know.
You were right, Norris. I was the target all along.
I can't be sure of that, Mrs. Bishop.
Oh, I think we can. I think we can be very sure. Do you excuse me? I think I want to be alone.
Oh, Emily. Oh, Emily.
A bacon butty. You've had no breakfast.
Did you hear what he said?
Aye. It makes no
They're
difference.
ordering you, but Gail didn't.
Well, you were her husband.
And every time Audrey said out, it was Gail that said she were going mad. She didn't believe her own mother. She said she didn't.
Where are you going?
I think I'm owed some answers.
Ashley!
Look, I keep telling you. All I want is to speak to someone who can tell me what's happening to Aidan Critchley.
If they'd listened to us from the start, that poor lad wouldn't be sharing a cell with robbers and rapists now.
What do you mean, us?
Could you get someone to
You were
talk?
all for putting a noose round his neck when they caught him.
Apparently, anyone who was involved in the case is out working on it.
Keeping their heads down, you mean? Embarrassed they didn't believe you either.
Oh, love, I'm sorry I ever doubted you. And I'll bet a lot of other people will be and all.
Well, thank you, but this isn't about me, it's about justice.
If there is any justice, you'll end up with a medal.
Anyway, I'm going to meet Sunita and we're going to help Shelley to look for a wedding dress. I don't suppose you want to come?
Do you think I've got nothing better to do? There's folk round here with humble pie to eat after what they said about our Kenneth. And I'm going to make quite sure they get very large helpings.
Did you hear that? Not only is she going to put you up for a medal, you're our Kenneth now.
There's been no sightings. Nothing.
What about the ports? Airports?
Well, according to the police, his passport's still at the house. Ashley.
I've had the police round.
I'm so sorry.
I want to know.
Just take
No,
it
it's
easy,
okay.
eh?
What can I tell you?
You must have known.
I wish I had.
She kept telling you, but you wouldn't even listen to her. I reckon I know why.
Ashley, mate.
You just stay out of this. Because there can only be one answer. You had to know, you had to. You could have stopped Maxine from being killed, but you didn't do a flaming thing.
Sorry, Audrey, it just ran off.
My mum didn't know, honest.
Gran, please, will you tell him?
You go on. Tell me.
You don't really mean what you're saying, Ashley. Just looking for someone to hurt, which you are doing.
She lied for him all along. How could he try to set fire to your house without her even knowing?
Do you think I'd say nothing if I knew he tried to kill me, ma'am?
I'm Maxine. You remember Maxine, don't you? Of course you do. You were there at the funeral when your husband got up and told the whole world how lovely she was. Oh, but you didn't think. Where was he for them 10 minutes? 15? How long it took him to bash her head in?
Leave her alone! Jewel it, mate. Jewel.
Are you still covering for him while he gets away, are you?
Come on, Ashley, this is doing no good.
Please, I'm so sorry.
Sorry? Sorry for what? Sorry that you don't get to play Happy Families in your big new home well away from me and ours, Joshua!
I best go after him.
Now, I quite like the idea of gold.
Well, I sort of set my heart on white, really.
And yeah, but it's different, you know.
Yeah.
It's just...
Can I help you, ladies?
Oh, we're looking for wedding dresses.
I think you should probably work that out.
Modern, traditional, formal headdress tiara.
Oh, don't know, but I think I'll know when I see it.
What about mother? Any ideas?
I'm not a mother.
I'm her twin, though.
We do a full range, formal, of course. Anything casual can be purchased at a non-specialist establishment. If you see a style you like and it doesn't fit, we can tailor it. Only it would help if you don't suddenly go on a crash diet or start eating 2 packets of chocolate wholemeals a day.
Why would you do that?
I've seen it too often. Either starving themselves, even if they're matchstick thin, or comfort eating and ending up 2 stone heavier than when they walked in here. And for what? Some ne'er-do-well who'd rather be with a field full of sheep than at home. Are you married?
Living with someone.
You give him 22 of your best years, then suddenly he tells you he's off to be a crofter on the Isle of Mull with 50 sheep. Oh, and by the way, your baggage not wanted on voyage.
You know, I don't think I'll bother.
Take no notice of me, dear. By the time you're walking down the aisle, your groom will be whimpering with gratitude at the vision of loveliness that's agreed to be his wife.
Oh, whimpering. I do love whimpering.
Do you know what? I really like that one.
Oh, Shelley, that's fabulous.
Ladies, this is the first day of a very long haul. We need to concentrate. Focus. Right. The tail of the tape. I thought he said whole, not mull. I couldn't understand why they needed shepherds in Hull.
Do you ever get tempted to attach your tag to one of these buttonholes saying it's not too late?
Or he's sleeping with the bridesmaids.
All three of them.
Would you get married again?
Well, I'm already married to Robert.
No, I mean down the line.
Nah, I've been there and I've done that.
What about this guy now? He's tall, dark, handsome.
Zev? Oh, I don't know where that's going, if anywhere. Anyway, it's you that's been proposed to.
Well, when a guy finds out you're pregnant after he's asked one way or another, is it mine, he does either one or two things. Either he offers to pay for an abortion or he offers to marry you. Either way, you can't rely on them to put the money where their mouth is.
So I take it you're still saying no?
As far as I'm concerned, it's me and the baby. And you know what they say? Two's company.
Yeah, well, I'll be about an hour, yeah?
Yeah. See you later.
See ya. Oh.
Bye.
Bye.
Lucy's florist. Hi, Mandy. No, I just thought you might be someone else. No, not a customer. It's just there's a guy that's been pestering me. Yeah. Look, somebody's just come in. I've got to go. Yeah, bye.
I'll tell you what, she makes a flaming good guard dog, our Tracy.
She's only gone round the corner. She'll be back any minute.
Well, we'd best not let her back in then, had we?
If I want promotion, I've got to go on this course, Norman.
Yeah, if you want promotion.
Oh, don't start that again. You know I do.
If you want me to go back and apologise, then you're wasting your breath.
Let's go home, Ashley. Have a cup of tea.
And another thing. The pub. It's not my home. I need to get back to the house.
Ah, you said?
No. I mean now, as soon as I can.
You used to do this when you were little. If I'd told you off or stopped you watching television. We had a big row once about Doctor Who.
Cyberman. Gave me nightmares.
Oh.
Wish that was all that was stopping me sleeping now.
Yeah, well, good thing about nightmares is that you wake up.
So, am I awake now? Still seems like a nightmare to me.
Oh, come on. Oh. You know, what Ashley said. I never believed that.
Oh, you said it once, ma'am. Said I must be in on it.
And I was wrong. Now, come on. We both said things that we can't be proud of, haven't we? But that man has done some terrible things, Gail. And they can't be undone. Maybe there are a few things that we can put right.
Really? Ma'am, I love that man with all my heart. I thought he was what I waited all my life for. And I had to listen to him tell me he was a murderer. That people had died for us. There's a large part of me wishing he'd killed me too. But you know, I still don't think he'd do that. He couldn't.
For how long? How long before you did something, or one of the kids, to upset him? I mean, do you think you'd feel safe then? The man's a psychopath, a deranged psychopath. I mean, he's not just killed people, he's ruined people's lives.
I still think there's something wrong with his mind.
Yeah, of course there's something wrong with his mind. It's a monster. Oh.
You've got 5 minutes.
Oh, what, don't I even get a coffee or anything?
Well, if you want me to spend 5 minutes making it, your choice.
I love you, Luz. I never stopped loving you.
Well, I for one, am relieved to be even standing here today, because it took me to... Well, I can only think of it now as the house of death. Oh, yeah. It showed me exactly where Dougie Ferguson died.
Yeah, it makes you wonder if that were an accident, doesn't it?
If I'd taken my eyes off him from 1 second, I could have been under those foundations myself, but I didn't, you see. I looked him straight in the eye, defied him to do his worst.
Take it you've apologised for doubting him.
Oh, yes.
No, I think you should be asking yourselves, if I hadn't been onto him from the very start, how many more would he have killed?
Well, I thought my lucky stars it could have been me and our Jack next.
Well, why should it be? Our money's invested. I mean, if that happens to us, he doesn't see a penny, especially with our tenants around.
Left to Emma Watts and her cronies, he'd have got clean away with it. It's only 'cause I nagged Ken into checking the lad's story that Hillman ended up confessing.
All this business, Angela, it must be terrible for you. I mean, it's bad enough for the rest of us, but with everything you've been through...
Tommy reckons we're jinxed. He reckons that we should let people know and then get towns to pay us not to go and live there.
Oh, I'm glad he can see the funny side.
Well, we've had enough of the other side. After that, all you can do is laugh.
Ma'am? Oh, sum it up. Kids all right?
No, they're fine. You forget how resilient they are.
What is it then?
What can I say to you? How can I tell you I'm sorry?
Oh, doesn't matter.
I can't believe how I've hurt you.
Neither could I. But... Oh, anyway, no buts. This has been the worst time of my life, Gail. Losing Alf, losing Alma. I mean, yeah, they were dreadful times, but... losing you...
Oh, I'm so sorry.
And you never even gave me a chance, did you? Not once. You believed him. You believed Richard. Gail, you didn't even give me half an hour. Not with an open mind. Not with any love for me, really. Respect, even.
I was so convinced you were ill. And now you've not even said I told you so. You were there for me and the kids. No questions. The second I asked.
Gail, I'm your mum.
You know, I've been thinking that I should have called the police first. Never entered my head. I wanted me mum. A mum I don't deserve.
Hey, come on, lady. Plenty of times in the past when I wasn't there for you, eh? Too busy having a good time. Let's say we're evens, eh?
No. I'll never be able to make it up to you.
My darling, that is the whole point. You don't have to.
Come. Her bloke all right?
He's my partner's son. She loves him.
You don't approve?
Well, me and Peter haven't always seen eye to eye, but he makes her happy.
Tell her.
Shelley, you look absolutely gorgeous.
He's a lucky fella.
What do you think?
Well, I think it's really nice, but I prefer the one we tried on a couple of hours ago.
This is not just about the baby. This is about us because I came to see you before all that. Do you remember? Come on, you must do. You must know that I want you.
And you just expect that I'll want you?
No! Of course not, no!
Peter, what happened that time when you came round before you found out?
What?
I told you to go back to Shelley.
Well, yeah, but look, this has nothing to do with Shelley, Luce. This is about me and you and our baby.
I never even intended for you to find out. Doesn't that tell you something?
Luce, I hurt you. I know I did. But look, all I'm trying to say is that I love you and I want to spend the rest of my life with you and our baby. I don't know, maybe we can have more babies. I don't know. I don't care as long as I'm with you. Do you understand?
But what about Shelley?
It doesn't matter about Shelley.
But what if I turn you down? Are you going to go back to her?
You won't turn me down. Luce, I know you're not going to turn me down because we're too good together. And yes, I admit, I was wrong. I made a mistake, big time, and now I want a chance to put that right. So what can... Marry me? I mean, what else can I say?
Answer me. Honestly, Peter, honestly. If I wasn't pregnant...
Yes, and I keep saying it. When will you believe me? I love you. I want to spend the rest of my life with you and our baby. Now, Lucy, please, please.
Get down on one knee. Do it properly. Go on.
Lucy Richards, will you marry me?
I must be mad. But yes.